Good morning, everybody. It's Squeakerwood HCG coming to you on Saturday, the 18th. I'm reporting for VLCD number 2, which was yesterday. So woke up this morning to a 2.6 release. So I've released 5.6 in my first two VLCDs. I am being 100% pop. Yesterday I had for lunch chicken breast and some asparagus. And last night I had, well, I'm going to say I was 100% pot, but I had chicken again last night. I thought I had steak at lunch, and then I started eating my chicken, and I thought, well, I had chicken at lunch. So 100% pot, really and truly, we're not supposed to have the same protein, but I did. And I had some garlic Melba toast, and I had a cutie, and again, I have fresh squeezed lime in carbonated water. So I didn't eat the second orange. So I'm doing really well as far as staying pot. Last night I was reading Pounds and Inches, and there were some things I thought were very, very interesting that I've read before, but kind of a light goes on, and it's interesting about whenever this was considered a treatment protocol. And if you had gains, and I mean we all do, but if you had gains for more than a certain period of time and they found out that you cheated, they took you off the treatment. And I thought, man, back then, if we had have been able to do it, it would have been so very, very strict. And I was thinking today, I watched Ricky, and I watched several different people, and I was thinking about how Ricky was like kicking herself in the butt for cheating and been at 7 pounds and all that. And I think about how for all of us is to be able to do the protocol. And if we add the vegetables, if you add broccoli and, if you add a couple of things like that, but I think, how soon can we get through the protocol? How soon can we, doing the 21 days, but to challenge ourselves to do the protocol correctly. MOP is what? It's adding broccoli, it's adding green beans, mixing, having tomatoes with lettuce or whatever. But what happens if we do it all correctly? And I think that's a challenge for all of us, because if we're gonna all, if we want to stay on the protocol till you get to goal, then I think whenever we inject ourselves with the hormone and keep on it for an extended period of time, I know whenever I did long rounds that my hair came out so badly. So that's one thing that I think to consider for all of us is that, because seriously, the first day I thought, I can, if I want to, seriously, I thought about, I could just have one of those skinny cow bars. Fortunately, I don't have any more of the kind I like, but I thought I could have one of those. I'm hungry. I could have a few pecans. That crossed my mind last night. I'm laying in bed. I'm thinking, oh, I could just have, I could just have 5 and that would be okay. But I thought, in order for us to get through this is for me I've got to have some control over what I'm doing. Because seriously, I don't want to, for me, I think, now this is probably just self, justification, but, if I have to do a round every 6 months, if I want to, then I can, but I don't want to, continuously gain and lose and gain and lose, because I think that is just, I was thinking about whenever I saw Parker's her little things she posted, or was that Mama Clock? Whenever they posted about the FDA taking the HCG if it's not a prescribed medication for you, for me, when we order it. So what would happen if we can't, we've talked about this I remember talking about this last year, whenever if we can't get it, then, is it my crutch? I use HCG because it works, but I can't use it just playing around with it. I think that, we mess up. I was going to watch somebody that had a vlog on, a rant about metabolism. I can't remember who it was. I need to watch it. But, what happens if we're messing up our metabolism? What happens if we're jacking ourselves around by playing with it? So I think it's just really important for myself. I'm talking to myself because I was thinking about that, as I've thought each day, because I'm only on VLCD 3, but I've thought each day, I could have this, I could have that. At work, we've got, it's kind of like corn nuts, but it's little barbecue corn. Oh my gosh. I ate some whenever I was loading, and there's all sorts of stuff, and I think I could just have one. What's it going to hurt? I don't eat that much, and what's it going to hurt? But what's it going to hurt? So I'm just throwing some food for thought out there of, whenever I or you or any of us are on the protocol, we're thinking about cheating. I'm talking about out and out cheating is, whenever I read that part of the manuscript last night, it was talking about, that they would take you off protocol. They would take you off the treatment. And I thought, wow, how many times could we be taken off and not be treated? Because the protocol was written for obesity and weight loss, which is, you think, whoa, how many of us just, use it? The other thing, if you haven't had a chance, you ought to read about the salt intake. I was listening to several people talk about, the sodium and the water retention. And it talked about if you have a teaspoon of salt, then I can't remember how much water has to follow that once it gets to your intestines. So it does cause the gain, but also it says that you do need sodium. So just interesting things. And, I've read the manuscript several times, but it's funny how you forget little things, and I just find it really interesting. So anyway, that's where I am in my mind. I hope you girls all have a wonderful day. I'm going to work for a little while and then come home. I thought about riding my bike if it's not raining. So I do love you girls. And I wanted to say, I appreciate all your the people that have commented. It's so awesome to have people that I haven't heard from and seen or whatever in such a long time. Fluffy, and, there's just so many people that I think, Donna, where you say, oh, it's so good to see you. And I just thank you so much. That is so awesome. And I just seriously, I've loved this community for 2 years, and I continue to love you girls. And anyway, I'm going to talk to you later, and see ya. Bye.